Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is. And before we get started, I would appreciate if you would smash that like button, hit me with a subscription, and turn on those notifications because I'm here twice a week. And with that said, it's time to vent and vent on. And once again, this isn't for children because I use a lot of dirty language. Unless you like your kids to listen to dirty language and you give them permission to watch. No, I'm just kidding. Warning. This will have explicit language. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, let's get on with some vents. The sports right now today, the sports won't be on, there won't be no sports today, but there will be some Saturday pre-fight talk before some other venting. But today, the sports can wait. Even though there's a lot of crazy shit that happened in the sports, I ain't talking about it right now because I got a lot of shit to vent about today. Today is full of fucking vents. Vents out the ass. Like ass venting. Like, just somebody just opened it up with, like, laxative events. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got the runs, and vents is just spewing out everywhere. That's what's going down today. So tune in, humans, and get ready, because, like I said, it's on. And if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you coming. Like I said, hit me with a subscription. Turn on those notifications, because it's on, baby. It's on. All right. I scaffolded some crazy news headlines to bring them to you, and I will react to them. And here's my first one. A couple in Ukraine decided they would strengthen their relationship, make it stronger, and try to, make things, as strong as it could be, make their love go deeper and deeper than it's ever been by handcuffing themselves together, until they get married or something like that. They were going to see how long they could last, and they were going to think it was going to, strengthen their relationship, make it all better. They think that was make it better. I think that was a big mistake. You know what I'm saying? When they say red flag. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to get married with this person. You guys already date. You probably live together a lot, sleep over a lot. You know what it's like to be together. And there's probably times in that relationship where you're like, I need some time just to be away. You got to be away. Whether you got to go to work, whether you're going to be with some friends and stuff like that. Like you can't just be together like that. You got to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see all the crazy habits. You know what I'm saying? Look, like all women fart and all women poop, regardless of the ones that deny it. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna find out if you're handcuffed to her. You know what I'm saying? Her hair on her legs is probably gonna get long. She might get hairy armpits, and you got to fucking, see the work that's involved to make her the pretty girl that you wanted to marry. You know what I'm saying? Or all that, work that she has to do or doesn't do because y'all are handcuffed. You know what I'm saying? How clean is that hand? Are those handcuffs made out of steel? You know what I'm saying? Did it rust when you guys showered? Did you shower or just bath? And, okay, so they lasted over 100 days. They lasted like 123 days. That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, okay, so is it time for them to get married? Now they're going to get married after 123 days of being handcuffed together. No, they broke up. They're not getting married. Shit's over. And I'm like, no shit. Y'all were handcuffed for 123 days straight. That means do you guys work? Do you work together? Like, what was going on with your income? Like, that you guys should just stay together all the time. What if she had to go to the bathroom at her job and you had to go to the bathroom at your job? Did you guys work? I need to know this. Were you employed? Like, how did you guys stay together for 123 days? Did your workplaces, did you guys work? And if you did your work allow it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did they allow y'all to do that? Because they're already having problems with the gender things in the bathroom as it is to let you guys have to go to get if you guys work. But I don't know if you work. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea if they have jobs because they were together for 123 days. Who supported them like that? Who paid the water bill? How did they get money? They were together. Or was this like making money, documenting things? Like, I don't know. Was there like people like GoFundMe pages? Was there Cash Apps? What's the other shit they got? I don't know. Did they have like an OnlyFans? Or do they now? Do they got a job? Like, I mean, they probably do now because they're separated. They're not together anymore. No more handcuffs. It's strange. But I could see how you guys, any relationship would probably have a lot of problems if you guys are handcuffed all together. Like I said, you could have something wrong. You know what I'm saying? You could have a bad stomach day and have some like crazy diarrhea, and the person's got to sit there in the toilet with you and experience that smell of death, that smell of a dead animal in the bathroom with you, when you're just exploding, like you shouldn't have had that Thai food. You know what I mean? You should have let that Thai food go to the side. But no, you ate it all. You know what I'm saying? And they're with you now. And what if you guys are handcuffed on your wiping hand? You got to like relearn to wipe, man, because I don't just opposite hand do it. I don't know. I'm not all that fucking word where you use both hands. Ambidextrous. Or whatever the fuck that shit is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to relearn. I should start practicing. You know, you would have to relearn to wipe. I think. I mean, I don't know. Is it the same? I've never done it. That's why I'm so used. So if it was that hand, we'd have issues. And then what if the hand you wanted to handcuff was opposite of your hand of the wiping hand? And then we had the conflict. Because that'd be crazy if you had to spare that hand and you guys were like facing opposite direction. Not only were you guys handcuffed, one person's facing the back and you're facing the front. Like you guys are north and south. Because you guys needed the wiping hand. So you guys would have to like look like you were doing the tango to like talk to each other face to face. Otherwise, you know, you're just talking to ear and shoulders and shit. That's crazy. Handcuffing yourselves would cause problems. It would cause mad problems. This isn't a protest. It's like a protest type shit. This isn't a protest. You don't protest your relationship. You're all trying to make it grow. Sometimes you need space. And more than after 123 days, obviously. I mean, that's still a long time. But y'all were talking about getting married, and now you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I think y'all saw you guys saw the bee, what do they call it? The honeycomb. Y'all saw the beehive. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was in the queen's throne room. You know what I'm saying? You got too deep. And then you guys are like, nope, I don't know if I wanted to see all this. And then there you go. The truth be told. And then finally when you guys got unhandcuffed, we were like, I'll call you tomorrow. You know, and then you guys just needed some space. You realized you needed a little time away. Like maybe having jobs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all could have had jobs and that would have helped y'all. But no, you was handcuffed. You didn't think this through. You didn't think it through. And that's why it got to shambles. That's why I went to shambles, in my opinion. So now I got another vent, and it's about a debate question. It's more like a debate question, but I'm going to vent about the debate. I'm going to vent about the debate question. That's a lot of syllables to pack in there. And I ain't Eminem. I can't do that to like all these fast rappers. But I have a debate. A debate topic that you can try amongst yourselves for all you guys watching. Everybody watching out there. All you awesome humans. Can your significant other have a best friend of the opposite sex? You know, can they? My answer is, I don't think so. Mine's a big no. I think you can't, because I think if you developed a relationship with someone where you guys are committed, and then you got, you know, you're supposedly, that's your, I know you have like a girl best friend or whatever, like your girlfriend or whatever, but usually like your relationship or your significant other, you guys are pretty close to almost like best friends. You know, if you don't consider your significant other your best friend, I mean, you guys are there together every day. You guys have a blast. You guys are there with the good and the bad, you know what I'm saying? And the ups and downs. So I would think maybe that would be considered, I mean, in some relationships, that's like possibly your best friend. You know what I mean? Or it would cause conflict if you weren't the best friend and you're the person in the relationship who thinks you are. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's my best friend. So I don't think it'd be a good idea especially if you're a dude or a woman, because either sex, you know what I'm saying? Or however you care, whatever that whatever label you put on yourself is that stuff. But I'm just talking about like, I mean, if you're still using dicks and vaginas, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're still using vaginas and dicks, you know what I mean? Regardless of how you're doing it, you know what I mean? I think you're just one big fight away from somebody either piping you down or having a big fiasco. And I think the best friend knows it. You know what I'm saying? The best friend, whoever it is, on whatever side of the fence they're on, and whatever sex you are or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You're just waiting. You know what I'm saying? You're just waiting to jump on, whatever it is you're going to jump on, or you know what I'm saying? Or you're going to go out there and lay some pipe down. You know what I'm saying? You're like one fight away from that person just sitting there in the background, just waiting like a fucking sixth man on the bench. You know what I'm saying? They're like on the bench in the starting lineup, waiting for like the point guard or somebody to get a fucking ankle injury or get a little tired and need a timeout. You know? So that's why I think it wouldn't be a good idea, because I think a big fight of that, a big fight in the relationship could, be dangerous if they go to run to that person of the opposite sex who that could be that person. And I think they would have that in their mind as well, because I think in a little way, this is only my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I think in a little way, the person who is the best friend of the whatever in the opposite sex and yada yada, waiting to lay the pipe down or waiting to get freaky somehow, you know what I'm saying? To be that shoulder to cry on, you know what I'm saying? Or be that bosom to rest on. I think they know it, and they know there's that opportunity, and that's why they stick around in some weird, sick way. In some weird, sick way, I think they know exactly what they're fucking doing, you know what I'm saying, the whole time, and they ain't playing shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they just know, you know what I'm saying? And they're just waiting. It's like they're looking at the calendar and the clock. Like, they're just waiting for the shit to go down. And I don't think it's like, I think it's like super obvious. Like I said, like if, I'm walking out the door, it's one of those relationships or one of them big fights. And then all of a sudden you guys like, somebody storms out and leaves, you know what I'm saying? And that person is waiting like, oh, you should come talk to me about it. Especially it's the dude. Yeah. You want to come over and talk? You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden like his voice changes like, oh no. Like you hit that tone. Like he's just trying to like pillow talk you right away. Like that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? And then he's like, you want to come over and talk about it? Like that. And then it's over, man. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Feelings are confused. Things start happening. Situations are uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And then you're regretting everything. And then it's like those crazy, what are those things? Like the soap operas. The soap opera continues. But like I said, man, I don't think it'd be a good idea because of that reason alone. Those scenarios are like the only scenario you can think of. What would be a positive scenario of having the opposite sex as your best friend, regardless of whoever your significant other is? You know what I'm saying? Where's the positivity of that? There's a more chance they're not going to run to their family member's house when there's a big fight. Like I said, they're going to go to their friend. You know what I'm saying? I think you're in danger. I puts it in danger. So what do you think about that, humans? Can your significant other have a best friend of the opposite sex? I mean, I believe it's possible if you guys trust each other and yada yada. But I still think the person that is the best friend has that in their brain. That's my opinion, and I don't care. I think that's the truth. I think that person knows what's up, and they're just like, this dude's fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Or, she's messing around. She ain't doing it right. You know what I'm saying? I can tell. He looks too tense. Or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. And I might have struck a nerve to some of y'all because it's you. You might be that other one. So let me get on with it. Shall we, humans? So, all right. Here's some more, I always feel like the government wastes a lot of money on a lot of things, right? But this is like, I always blame like these you find out these weird science experiments or this research they paid for. Okay. So they were these scientists were researching and examining medieval skeletons. You know what I'm saying? Medieval ones from way back in the medieval times. Not the restaurant times, but the real medieval times. Whenever that was. It was in the medieval times. Okay? And these old-ass skeletons, they were like, oh, we didn't discover much except, how old they were, and they were from the medieval times. And they had really bad bunions. And I'm like thinking, like, wow, maybe this is where Hammer Time feet started. You know what I'm saying? Because they had to wear that stupid-ass night outfits. I'm not saying, I don't know if they were if they were knights, but they were medieval skeletons. Am I racial profiling the medieval skeleton because I'm putting a culture on it and making sure it's a knight to make my story what it is? Yes, but damn it, I don't want to get canceled for that, but I'm going to get this going anyways. You know what I'm saying? So it's a medieval skeleton, and what if it is a knight, and they had to wear that steel-ass shit, them steel Jordans, you know what I'm saying? Those steel shoes, fucked their feet up and gave them all bunions. Gave them all Hammer Time feet. And you know what? Speaking of like the old time clothes and like the hammer time feet, who the hell decided like back then it was cool to wear fucking warm ass, fucking hot ass, fucking wool shit, wool clothes? You know what I'm saying? And then like all these fucking layers. Was it cold back then? Because it looked like it was. They were working in crazy ass fucking conditions, and these guys are wearing like fucking like 9 layers and a jacket and a fucking hat and a fucking long ass shirt and a fucking tie on. And I'm like, how the hell? And then what's up with the dudes that were starting to wear the fucking? They were like wearing capris. Like who started wearing capris back then when it was like the Columbus times? Like why did the pants have to stop at the knee? And then not only that, you had to wear these white ass nylons, whatever the fuck, with these pointy ass shoes. Like who the hell? What was going on then? Like, what was up with that style? Like, who made that style? I just thought it was weird back then, like, because it didn't look, like, comfortable. Like, I mean, I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, like, nobody looked like it, like dressed for a hot day back then. You know what I'm saying? I just noticed that when I see, like, all these history pictures. You know, it'd be, like, June and July and shit and August in these pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, Arizona. And all these people's, like, in coats and, like, the women are in these fucking, like, 9-layer fucking dresses and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy looking, dude. And then, like where's the warm clothes? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about when it's, like, hot? They never show pictures like that. I always wondered about that. Especially about these medieval bunions. Is it the origins of bunions? Was this where they started? Or are they going to find an older mummy with bunions and they're going to find the origins of the hammer time feet? I need to know this because I don't know why. I just need to. Like, who started bunions? Who started the hammer time feet? That's what I want to know. This human right here needs to know so I can, you know, share it with you, all the humans out there. Like, come on. Where's it? What the fuck? Who started the bunions? And yes, I did make the medieval skeleton tonight because I thought it would be cooler. I don't even know if it was or wasn't. They never said it in the article. Therefore, I'm free. It's free run. Free realm. It's open world. If you don't need that detail in there, that specific detail, it's open world. It's open world for me, baby. Okay. So, on a serious note, sort of. No, I'm just kidding. On a serious note, you know, I want to celebrate. You know, it was awesome. The Olympics are going on. They said, you know, Olympian Deanna Price broke her own record. It was her own record. And, dude, she like threw the hammer. I think it's called the hammer. It's like it looks like the ball and chain. And then they like, you know, they get that momentum and let the ball go. Excuse me. So she broke her record and it was awesome. You know, I was watching TV, but then like all the media, like you see on the media now, like nobody's even talking about like her victory, man. It wasn't even like on SportsCenter yet. I was waiting for to see it on SportsCenter. You see it on the bottom, but everything was talking about that one lady. I didn't even want to say her name, but they were talking about the lady who fucking was not facing the flag when an anthem came on or something. And this lady just completed a really awesome feat. You know what I'm saying? It was like 80 meters or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I think a meter is 3 feet. Times that by 80, that's a lot of feet. But anyways, I just think it was crazy that they overshadowed like her accomplishment and all the, you know what I'm saying? And it probably took a lot of other people's accomplishments attention. And I just wanted to say that was awesome. And congratulations to Deanna Price. And I thought that was kind of, you know, right now everybody's trying to mend and trying to get back to, you know, things and getting back to normal. And I just felt like it was all a setup. I felt kind of like what she did was a little bit of setup, you know, because she even had a towel that said activist athlete. And, you know, I understand, like, we have the freedom of speech. I understand. I get that. Do what you got to do. I just kind of got, like, I just felt like it just kind of took away from somebody's shine is all I'm saying. I just thought it was ill-timed just because somebody was celebrating something, you know, victorious, which bothers me in boxing too. You know, I'm not going to do a big sports event or anything, but it bothers me when it's just it's about the same topic, you know, in a way. A guy just beats himself up, gives his mind, body, and soul, leaves his whole fucking, puts it all on the line out there. They're beating each other's fucking faces in. You know what I'm saying? Some of them guys' eyes is closed. They're just beat up all to hell. Probably can't even see straight afterwards. You know what I'm saying? And they come out victorious, you know, and the guy's coming out there and now they got to do the interview. You know, they're doing the interview after this big battle. My man can barely breathe. You know what I'm saying? He's so exhausted. He's like squishing the water bottle like to get the water in his face. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, they're exhausted after those, you know, almost 40 minutes of fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And so they go up to the interview guys, and another fighter comes in the ring that's not of the loser or whatever, and another guy comes out there just try to hype up a new fight. And I understand you're trying to sell a fight, but I just think that time right there would be the wrong time to do it because, like I said, man, they just celebrated. They just won. I think you should give the victory to let them celebrate their time instead of taking up their time with that kind of interruption. I don't know why that bothers me so much in sports when they do that. They're just like, come get some. It only happens in a fight game. You know what I mean? But I think it's kind of messed. It's kind of what they call it, Bush League or whatever, when it happens after somebody's victory. Because they're going to ask about the victory, not about you. They just won, man. They want to go to Disneyland or go see their family. They were gone. They were in a fucking, 8-week boot camp. You know what I'm saying? Basically, to get ready for a fight, they got to cut weight, watch what they eat. They're just so fucking restricted. And then they got to go beat somebody down. And then they got to deal with you coming in the ring after they just won. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's disrespectful. But let me get back with the Vince. That was a vent, but damn it. That just bothers me and sometimes when, people come and try to mess with your shine. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, or your victory, they just kind of want to take the thunder out. What some people say, you're stealing my thunder. You hear that a lot. I hear it a lot around here. I'll hear it around, you're stealing my thunder. It's kind of funny. But anyways. All right. A man from Oklahoma. Shout out to Oklahoma. Shout out to all the humans in Oklahoma. I love watching your guys' college games. I love college football and football. Can't wait till all this stuff starts up again. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like watching Michigan football, all the football sports. You know what I'm saying? I love football all the way around. College football is the bomb. Anyway, shout out to all you humans out in Oklahoma. But this man here tried to save his own cat. I guess his cat got up in a tree. So this guy came up and he decided he's going to go, hero up, man up, and go save his cat. It's his little friend cat. The cat's all scared. The cat wasn't scared when it made the ascend. Or no, the ascend would be going down, right? So when it made the climb, because I don't know what word I'm looking for. So it made the climb. And got scared after it got to where it got to, and then the owner was like, man, he's not going to come down, or she, I don't know what the cat was. And so he decided to take it in his own hands and went up there and tried to climb up and get his own cat free. But he didn't think it all the way through because he was afraid of heights. So my man got up there, got his cat, got him safe in his arms, and he's, wants to go and make the ascent. Come back down and start climbing down, but he's terrified and frozen in fear because him and his cat got the same fear. They're both like I ain't going nowhere. They're both froze up in the tree when the roaches when the lights come on, they just fucking stop. All of a sudden wait, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And so he got stuck, and then they had to call the fire department, and the fire department ended up rescuing them both, which was kind of awesome. Shout out to all the fire department out there in that city in Oklahoma. I forget the name of the city, and shout out to all y'all in Oklahoma because that was awesome and a great story because, like I said, sometimes you don't think, you just react, and I think that's really cool about some humans when it comes times to, help somebody in need or when there's, a weird, an emergency of some sort. You know what I mean? It's just you never know, and sometimes it's really cool when there's a human out there that just doesn't even think about it, and they go and help somebody. They just they put themselves last. And, like all our first responders do, shout out to all of y'all as well. But sometimes there's some rare humans that happen to not be first responders. And they just make that move. You know what I mean? They just they make that move and just, I can't, with that fight or flight, and you decided to fucking go. You know what I'm saying? And you went to help them, and then you got stuck. But you didn't realize, you put your fear aside, and that's why I think that's really cool you went to do it. And it's kind of, it's cool, man. It's cute. It's funny. And then, it's a great memory because you guys, both got safe. But I just love that stuff, man. Like I said, sometimes humans' instincts, I think that's a human instinct. Not just to go up and climb a tree. I'm just saying, and they call it fight or flight. But I think it's like a reaction, whatever, definition they want to, whatever. But I just think the way we react, it's an instinct. We hear the loud noise, you get that tightness, you're ready, oh my gosh, our instinct, clenches our head down. We don't know, That's just what we do. We're like a prairie dog all of a sudden. So I think it's like an instinct type of thing. And I think it's a really cool thing I notice in humans like myself. I don't want to get all Zuckerberg when I was human. No, I'm just kidding. But like when all the people, like, all the humans out there, sometimes they just do these amazing things. You hear these stories where some people can lift up like a big car or a whole car, a woman or a small woman, or you know what I'm saying, or a little man, a normal man just like lifts up a heavy ass car to save somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? And you hear these. I think that's in it's an instinct we have, and it's really, I think it's just really cool when you find those discoveries of and it happens every day. I wish more of those things would be, in the news and stuff like that. But now you have to go search for them on places like this, and in other places, because the normal TV don't show this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got to keep you all tensed up and afraid. You know what I'm saying? And afraid of your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like they always do. And it's like they centralize like a certain city or whatever, and they will like describe like only people in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like. And then like people watching the news about those like described said neighborhoods, like they just think it's like everywhere around you. You know what I mean? I just don't like that. And to be truthful, some bad neighbors are bad neighborhoods, but there's not like, even the bad neighborhoods are not all bad places in the bad neighborhoods. Or they're not all bad neighborhoods, just a lot of things happen in those neighborhoods. If that makes sense. Because some people might go and want to feel safer hanging out in a hood, in a neighborhood or whatever, and they necessarily don't live there. But they hang out in those areas and maybe got their work out there. You know what I'm saying? You got work out there. You got things going down. Maybe you got, set up. And you got, just, you don't live there, but you're out there. Maybe that's what it is. Like I said, I mean, just like it's a weird. But anyways, a man from Wisconsin in Walmart. Yes, humans. You remember those videos, the people of Walmart? Those were fucking hilarious. But anyways, an employee of Walmart was called on to duty. You know what I'm saying? Called on to extra duty. I don't think they said to do anything, but I think my man this was another thing about instinct. Like I said, this was pure instinct. You know what I'm saying? This guy took it upon himself and decided to help people be safe. Because in this Wisconsin Walmart, a fucking deer ran in and started, running through the store, and so, people were tripping out. And the deer's probably scared as hell. Because he's in some place he's never been. It's probably very disorienting. All the noises. Humans freaking out. You know what I'm saying? Clothes smell, like the fabric smells. All the food smell. This deer he's probably getting all these things all at once. It's almost like probably like a bad acid trip. If people was tripping on acid, they probably had like a bad trip. That's probably what happened to this deer, because he was probably like tripping, like everything hitting them at once. They depend on their smell, ears. I mean, all this shit probably happened, and they got way better hearing and smell than all of us. You know what I'm saying? And so did the dog, and cats. So they heard that shit like all crazy. You know what I mean? That deer was tripping. And then I think this employee made a great move. Like I said, an instinctual human, just like everybody is. I think this is really cool. He decided to just go on his instinct. He ran and tackled the deer. Like, tackled a grown deer. It wasn't no baby. It wasn't no Bambi. My man tackled a grown deer, which is not easy to do. All you hunters out there know this. You know what I'm saying? That a deer is not like something you can just like go and tackle. I mean, I'm sure you can. It ain't going to be a nice experience. That's a strong animal. So anyways, this man takes it upon himself. He sees the fear in the deer. He sees everybody tripping, and he catches it from maybe like a blind spot somehow, because it looked so in the surveillance film. I'm going to see if I can get a clip. I couldn't find one earlier, but I know there's video out there, so I'm going to try to find a clip. He just gets a nice angle on the deer and takes him down safely and gets him to go right out the door, man. And it was just like really cool. Like I said, instinct is amazing. It's one thing I don't, you wonder, with all this technology and all these things we've been spoiled with, we wonder what like the human capabilities really are. They say you only use like so much of your brain. Who knows if we used any more of what we use now? I don't know. But back then, there was no TVs. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have internet when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So we was outside a lot. We didn't have the cell phones till later. You know what I mean? So it was like, things were different. You know what I mean? But that instinct is always there, regardless of what, times change. It could be a young millennial. Is that a young millennial, a young teenager or something like that in skinny jeans and his, Gucci clothes or whatever, all his fancy trendy clothes. His all set up in gear. You know what I'm saying? And and that dude could have that instinct. Somebody, he could be called into action. Something could happen and that person could react. And who cares if he's in all white? My man just went there and just reacted. You know what I'm saying? Boom, jean jacket's off. Saving somebody's life. But that's what I did with this employee, man. Shout out to you. He fucking, like I said, man, he helped him out and it helped the deer out too. He probably saved that deer, man. The deer couldn't have no traction in that slippery ass floor. Then he got up back out to the concrete, tried to make his way to the woods. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's crazy and amazing. I mean, crazy in like a good way, not like crazy in a bad way. It's amazing. Instinct is a real thing, and people shouldn't ignore it. If it's like for a bad thing, maybe you should question it, but you shouldn't ignore it. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what else we got going on. Well, get ready for new virus season. Yeah, that's what I said. Not rabbit season or duck season. Virus season. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only joking on this, just so you guys know. This is only for comedic purposes. I don't want nobody, these guys to remove my video. But I feel like now they got new names for things, for that stuff. They're saying like the Delta. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like now it's going to be like hurricane season, tornado season, rain season. You know what I'm saying? And now it's going to be that season. Sixth season. It's going to be a sixth season. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to have names for it. Like hurricane, hurricane alkaloid. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like hurricane altoid. You know what I'm saying? Hurricane tic-tac. And then fucking, like they said, now the Delta's out there. They're going to call, the next one will be Alpha or the Centauri. You know what I'm saying? Centauri next year. And we have to be ready for this. Get ready, humans, because I have a feeling they're going to be having different all kinds of names for this damn thing. But I know we're going to get through it. We can do this. We can do it. Somehow. I don't know how to do it, but I know we can. I know we can because, like I said, we have that instinct. With that instinct, we will do it. That's not a guarantee. It's just a statement. That sounded so political. And speaking of politics, there's a new election coming soon, people. If you're worried about what's going on now, don't worry. There's a new one coming soon, and all the crazy candidates will be coming out of the woodwork for all of our enjoyment. We'll see who gets bought and paid for during their reign, during their candidacy. You know what I'm saying? During their beginning runs. We'll see who gets bought and paid for and just changes their whole get-up before all this stuff. It's coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody sees what's going down. Some of these people are going to try to get permission to start doing shit early because they already see this dude. Like, he's all like, you know what I'm saying? And they don't know what's going down. I don't know what's going down. I don't know if it's just me. Like, maybe I have those American Idol ears because I ain't hearing what y'all are hearing. You know what I'm saying? When they're like, I'm the greatest singer alive. You know what I'm saying? And you sound like me singing. You know what I'm saying? That ain't good. That ain't good. But let's say we got an election coming pretty soon. I know it's in the early stages, but I feel like we got a new election. All the clowns are going to start coming out real soon. So, in lieu of, no, I'm just kidding. But they, like I said, they got all these guys. We're going to see all these weird candidates, all these strange, weird characters coming out trying to run for president. People we never heard of. Some people we will. There'll probably be some more celebrities. Maybe Kanye will come back. But think about, get ready and prepare yourselves for the weird candidates and wild candidates that are going to be making their run for the presidential race in 2024. And with that said, I would like to remind you of like the past candidates we used to have to give you a little heads up on like the weirdos we could be expecting to see in this new election. You know what I'm saying? You weren't safe with celebrities back in the day. Like in 2020, believe it or not, I mean, he didn't run because he did not make their age requirement. He did not look that part up. Maybe he didn't think it all the way through. Like, maybe I should look the rules up before I do it. But he didn't think it through because he's a rapper. Yes, humans, a rapper, a hip-hop artist. And I love me some rap and hip-hop, by the way. And I happen to like some of this guy's music. But in 2020, this guy was in a Rolling Stone interview and said he wanted to run for president and was going to try to run for president, but wasn't able to because he realized he didn't meet the age requirement. He didn't meet the requirement for the age. He was too young. But Waka Flocka Flame wanted to be a presidential candidate in 2020. So expect some craziness. Like was Kanye the wildest candidate? Waka Flocka Flame wanted to jump in the game. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to run the country. Interesting. So did Kanye. Both artists, you know, and both kind of weird in their own way. Everybody thinks Kanye is going bananas. Who knows? Or is he a genius? Or is he like a marketing genius? Because it seems like he's still making a bunch of money, regardless of the failed presidency and all that stuff. So, I don't know. But like I said, Waka Flocka Flame tried to run for our presidency. Right? Tried to run the country. And not only did he, I don't know if you're familiar with the name Robert Burke. If you're not, look that shit up. This dude used to be a guitar-playing naked cowboy out in Times Square in his fucking underwear. You guys remember him? Jay Leno put the dude on. Like, everybody used to fucking put him on. And he fucking started getting famous and viral. You know, he's all over YouTube. A man's in his underwear, and he fucking played the guitar. That dude ran for the fucking presidency. That guy ran for president. He'd pick up all kinds of girls. He's a good-looking dude. You know what I'm saying? Probably kind of slayed all kinds of women. You know what I'm saying? And then he came to run for president. Not even a politician. Neither was Waka Flocka Flame. And these guys just wanted to jump into the game of politics. And not only politics, the highest level. They wanted to be the president. You know? So get ready in 2024 because we're going to have some wild customers, I believe. Not only did we have Robert Burke, we had a man by the name of Jimmy McMillan. I don't know if you remember this guy. I don't. I just remember he ran for president, and I don't know much about him. You know what I'm saying? But I do remember he had a really funny quote. The only really thing that caught my attention was this quote when he was running for presidency. So he was running to be president, and he said, "The rent is too damn high." That was his his quote. That was going to be on bumper stickers. You know, like Obama's was "Yes, we can," you know, and Biden's is, I don't know what Biden's is. I think Biden's is like, "I like sunshine." Now, I don't know what Biden's saying was. What was Biden's? I don't remember what it is. Come on, man. I always hear that in some videos. I don't even know what his saying was on bumper stickers. Or was Harris. I don't know what they said when they ran for president. So I don't know. I'm lost on that one. But this guy had one, and it was just like, "The rent is too damn high." And that would be the greatest bumper sticker ever. I'm just driving around, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, the rent is too damn high. Everybody would see that shit and like, you're right. You know, people will not cut you off on the freeway with all the assholes that are on the freeway. I blame all the traffic jams. Speaking on the freeway, I blame all the traffic jams on all y'all in front. Whoever's in front, it's your fault. Let me continue. He said the rent is too damn high. And I think it'd be a great bumper sticker where people would want to cut you off on the freeway after this. The rent is too damn high. You know, it is. You know, you have to give somebody the nod. Like, you see them people driving around in Jeeps, and everybody's like, "Oh, just because Jeeps are in Jeeps, you got to wave to just people in Jeeps." It don't count in Cherokees, all right? It don't count in the Compass. You got to be in a fucking real Jeep. Anyways. And let's not forget my favorite. I got an audio clip of a man who defied all laws of politics and physics because this man started and ended his political career in one day. You know, like just when the rallies all started. I better say his name, shouldn't I? I guess it's Howard Dean. Y'all remember Howard Dean came out and he's like third place in I forgot what state. And he was like, "Hell yeah, you know, I got a participation award, you know, in another one." You know what I'm saying? And then he was super like, I never seen a politician start and end Kanye lasted longer than this dude. He started and ended his career in like one day. And I'm going to share with you why he ended his career one day, just to refresh your memory, because I know you remember this.
And North Dakota and New Mexico. We're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah!
And that's how it all ended. It was like right there, everybody's screaming. And then he yells. At the end, the media smashes him. And my man's just like erased. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be another EI guy coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like my man just let it rip. So I'm just saying, beware for all these guys. Okay. I better finish with one more. No, I won't. No, I'm just kidding. Paris Hilton was talking about running for president. Yes, Paris Hilton, the That's Hot girl. You know, the big family inheritance girls. You know what I'm saying? The reality shows. They were going to run. She was going to run. You know what I'm saying? How hot is that? And with that said, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, I'd appreciate if you guys would smash that like button. Hit me with a subscription and turn on your notifications because I'm here twice a week. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.